Hi, I'm going to show you how to make a simple loop with your beads. These are often used to create dangles or to attach a bead to something else, for example, a pair of earrings. These are two different kinds of earring wire. This is called a eye pin, and this one is called a head pin. As you can see with this one, it has a little bit of an end on here. I don't know if you can see it very well, just to keep the bead from sliding off. So it's just a very simple, focus in there for a minute, very kind of almost like a nail, right? Where you can see the end where the bead won't slip off. So we're going to do a really simple thing here. It takes a little bit of practice, so be patient with yourself. The bead here. And all you're going to do first off is to thread the bead onto the wire. Right? I can see the hole. Oh, there's the hole. Okay. So we've got our bead on our wire. And depending on how big of a loop we want, depends on what, where on the pliers we're going to use. We're going to use our round nose pliers. I usually measure about a ½ inch, which right for me is about the length of the first digit of my finger. You can see my beautiful nails here. So I'm going to cut off about that amount, but of course you can use a ruler. Snip that off. And then again we have our piece of wire here. You're going to take your round nose pliers, and here's a little trick. If you want well, first of all, if you want a smaller loop, you're going to use further over here. If you want a larger loop, you're going to use this part of the pliers. The bigger this section is, the smaller or larger your loop is. So this one right here is from the very end here, so it's pretty big. Okay, so we're going to do that to kind of start off with. Now here's a little trick. When you put it in between the pliers, you don't want any of the wires sticking up where you can see it out of the top here. Focus a little bit better than that. And what you're going to do is grab the end here. I'm going to make a bigger loop. As you can see, there's no wire poking out of the top, right? We don't want any wire where we can like feel it right here. And we're going to roll this away from us. Well, I like to kind of bend the wire around. I think it's easier when, especially if it's stronger wire, all the way around. And be able to pull it out a little bit here. So you can see it's not completely closed. So we're going to reposition, put it back on our pliers, and continue the process of bending it around till it closes. So sometimes this takes a few tries. Right, we've got pretty much a closed loop here. Pull it out so you can see it. So right about there, right? You can see that it's a P shape right now. So we're going to continue to close it just a little bit more. So it's just about closed, right? And as we can see here, it's not really centered, right? It's kind of that P shape. So here's the second thing we do. We're going to take the very tip of our chain nose pliers, so just the very end here, and we're going to put it so that, then this is on the, not the end that's closed, but the end that comes out of the bead. We're going to put one piece of the tip inside and one outside, just like that. See if we can see it better this way. Not really. And we're going to push on our bead to center it. As you can see now, it's more centered. Okay, and that's pretty much it. We've got a bead on a loop.